Welcome to Hiram Hikes. I'm Hiram. This is my day -1 video. I'm going to say a little bit about day -2, however. When I arrived at Amicalola and started looking at my gear, I realized I was short a cable to go from one of my power bricks, basically making it unusable. Some time ago, I had bought a Nicor 10,000 battery bank, and seemed to be the lightest and best that I could find. I like the company. I have their headlamp. It's just beginning of my gear video. Really liked it. I liked it a lot, but I felt I needed 20,000, not 10. Wasn't going to be enough. So I went ahead and I bought another one. And they come with a cable set. Or cable. The first one came with a cable, and the second one came with a couple of cables. And one of the cables that came with was a C-to-C. So you could plug in and use the C port for both charging the block and for taking power to charge other things. Really happy, really happy with both of them. But then Nicor, being a pretty progressive company, I picture it as a company with their fair share of creative geeks, and I say that in the kindest of terms because I certainly consider myself one. They went ahead and they developed a new battery. And I forget exactly what they call it, whether it was a high altitude or... It implied that it was designed for cold weather in winter. Now, I know the GoPros came out with an Enduro battery, which from all I've seen is way, 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 way better than the normal one in cold weather. So I felt, yeah, I wanted to get one. So I went ahead and I bought it. Well, it only comes with one port. The only port it has is a C-to-C port. It didn't come with any cables. And when I headed to Amicalola, I brought the wrong brick without the one with the C cable. So I got there and I had no C-to-C. I checked the gift shop. They didn't have anything like that. They referenced me to the local Dollar General. I drove there. Interestingly, they had some wall chargers that had a C outlet, but they didn't have any cables that you could plug into them. So I started my hike without the winter version, only with one. So I only had 10. So I read off the bat, I couldn't afford to lose my phone. I couldn't afford to lose my GPS. Didn't know how long things were going to take. Didn't know how much the cold was going to affect things. So I recorded less than I might have liked to. And that kind of reflects over the next few days. Hopefully you understand. On my first day out of Amicalola, sign-in was at 8. And I was there when they started sign-in at 8 o'clock, got signed in. I am NOBO number 26 for 2023, by the way, in the logbook. They don't have tags. The Appalachian Mountain Conservancy, Appalachian Trail Conservancy, in their wisdom, is trying to discourage January start, so no tags. I guess they start in February or something. Hopefully I'll get my tag at some point with my number 26. Breakfast didn't start till 8, and I decided to forego breakfast. I wasn't really hungry, so I just started. I went from signing in back up to the lodge to get myself out of my room. Took the car down to the place I had been told to park it for a few days. My son is coming down. And then I hiked up through the park, up the trail to the base of the waterfall, up the waterfall, up the stairs. I think I say 625 steps in the video. I think it's really 600. Up to the top, and then I think my video pretty much covers the rest of it. I had originally been going to spend the night at the Len Foote Hiker Inn, and then when I left late, I dropped that plan, and guess it's good because they were closed that day, so I wouldn't have been able to anyway. But I did go out. I get to look at it. It made the approach trail a little bit longer, so it took me longer to get to Springer, but it was interesting, and I'm kind of going for the whole ride, so it's worth it, I think. Thank you. So I get the mountain view room. Probably absolutely lovely some days. But today it's fog. It's raining out light. They have a nice deck area down below, but it's raining out. They have little fires going down there at night on the lower deck. So, nice hotel, nice room. Getting ready to go. They do have a shelter for AT Thru hikers can stop at. Right. It's kind of right behind, pardon the spin,
There's the visitor center, currently under construction. They've actually doing check-ins up the hill in this direction past these buildings. They got a couple of trailers where I checked in this morning. But the shelter's there if people come in late, get checked in, and want to spend the night before they start up. Not for me tonight, fortunately. I knew this shelter was here, but I've never seen it, and I've never seen video of it, and I've certainly never seen the inside of it. So, something different. They've got screens, not something to keep, well, might keep the bugs out. Mostly, I think, to keep bears from coming in sniffing around. It's not bad inside. Not bad at all. Saw something I thought was an electric cable. It's not. But, you know, there's an upper and a lower. Looks like there's a book, log book. I might take advantage of it. Here's the view of the falls from the reflecting pool. That's a ways. That's where we're headed. There's an observation platform right at the very top. You might be able to see it. Still on the approach trail. This is probably a seasonal thing. I don't think anybody's doing it today. There's the water coming out of the falls. Very misleading if there weren't several more signs listing additional steps as you go. Because as you can see, 175 steps ain't gonna get you there. In my announcement video, I said I don't like heights. I don't. Can't see very well, but 625 steps to the base, or to the reflecting pool that I showed earlier. There's a stream. Looks a lot more impressive when it's going over the rocks than it does just flowing in the stream, I guess. They use open metal grate on the stairs, so no trekking poles on the stairs. So I hiked out to the Len Foote Hiker Inn, or Hike Inn. Real nice, looks real nice, very quiet. They're closed today. So it had been my plan to try to hike up to here and then go from here to Springer the next day, but that was a day earlier and they might have been open, because I did see people hiking out of here on my way up. So I'll take a couple pictures inside and add those. Nobody here, doors are unlocked. There's a sign saying, hey, you can get water in the dining hall and the bathroom's available. So real nice of them. This is their main reception / entryway. Kind of a rustic chic. Really nice. It's very clean. Smells clean, looks clean. The floors are clean. There's brushes to brush your feet off by the door. I went down and checked out the dining hall as well, but a little shy on time. I'm not going to go down there again. I didn't have my camera with me. Time for me to head towards Springer. So, on my first hiking day, it's at the unbelievably late hour of, I don't know, about 20 minutes past 6. Started getting dark pretty quickly after I started setting up my tent. I'm in my tent. Got my sleeping pad blown up and I'm laying on it. It is comfortable. Pretty much everything aches. I did not get as far as I wanted to today, but I got to mile. I'm going to lay back here. Just trying to hold my head up, doesn't work. I get to mile 5.6, like I say, on the approach trail. Went out to the Len Foote Hiker Inn. I walked back to the approach trail, and then from the approach trail I walked up to the next campsite. As I said, it was starting to get dark. I could not make the shelter before dark, and I'm going to try to stick to my not hiking with a headlamp until I do it in the summer to avoid the heat. Lots of lessons learned today. Didn't get the miles I wanted, but I accomplished some objectives today. One, I got started. I got out of camp and got my stuff all packed up, and I hit the trail. Got a few miles in. Got through the day without getting hurt, which was just pretty high on my important list. Pretty sure everything will ache tomorrow. Just trying to blow up the sleeping pad and get things set up inside the tent. Everything started kind of cramping up, but I'll deal with it. It rained off and on all day. It's raining now, nice light rain. It was a really good day for a learning experience. It didn't pour at all today, so I didn't have to deal with that. It wasn't cold. I was never cold. I kind of dealt with heat management all day, trying to take off and vent the right layers. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.